David, I don't think I've ever been more confused by a presentation. I'm out.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. Today we're going to be reacting to possibly the dumbest Shark Tank pitch that I have ever seen. This one's actually hailing from Shark Tank Australia, and I'm not going to spoil too much, but this guy is, in his own words, an ex-skateboarding legend, or champion, I think he says. And I don't even think you can say that he's coming to them with an invention. I think this man is just straight up a scam artist that was trying to finesse them out of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Every athlete in every sport is looking for a slight edge that will take them to that next level. That's what we're doing here.
So he says that he is bringing something to the skateboarding world that is going to give competitors a slight edge, which is what everyone needs. You know, it's not like skateboarding is all about just meticulously trying something and learning to commit and trust yourself. No, it's all about your equipment. I'm being sarcastic, of course. I'm gonna have a lot of commentary on this because I've been skating for like 15 years now, on and off, and I am very involved with skateboarding and skateboarding culture, and all of the stuff this guy says is so mind-blowingly wrong that you can tell he's just some old man that used to skate that is trying to capitalize on this big culture.
And tonight I'll be seeking $160,000. In return, I'm offering 20% equity in the production and marketing side of the business.
So already, this man's asking for a lot of money. $160,000 for 20% of the production and marketing side of the business. So he's not even saying the entire business. I don't know what shark would hear that off the bat and be like, oh, this already sounds like an amazing product. I definitely want to invest. Like, he's already setting himself up for failure. But it gets worse when he starts to explain this product that he made that I still, after watching this video fully once, don't understand what he has done to change up this product at all.
As an ex-skateboard champion and successful marketer of skateboard products around the world, it's stopping skateboarders doing the sorts of things that most top-level sports people want to do.
So already I'm lost, as I'm sure most of you guys are. His pitch started off with, as a champion of skateboarding and someone who has promoted skate products, this right here will allow most professional athletes to do the kind of stuff they want to do. Like, what does that mean, dude? He will reference these trucks, which is the part that holds the wheels and attaches to the board, the part that you grind on if you're doing like a 50-50 and stuff. His product is literally just a copy of trucks in general, but he fully claims that he has some sort of technology in there that allows for just this boost in performance. Now, I don't know what kind of person would really care about that. Really, the only thing that comes down with trucks is the weight, you know, to make your board lighter or heavier. But apparently this guy is about to change the world.
All of the changes that are involved are inside this section, which is called the hanger, and in the way the wheels are mounted onto the hanger.
So he claims that all of his technology is within the inside of the trucks, which, dude, at least have like a cut-in-half diagram showing off the technology. But you will see soon that he is so cryptic with this stuff, and actually he refuses to tell them what the technology is actually composed of or what it does at all. I have no idea how he got through what is probably multiple rounds of interviews and auditions to get on this show, and no one at any point was like, dude, do you really actually have a product, or are you just making your own brand of skateboard trucks? Like, what is this?
Stability of the wheel system, which allows skaters to get better feel for all the sorts of tricks that they do. And that's the sort of thing that you're looking for in an edge.
He keeps talking about this edge. I don't know what that means. Like, I guess he means the competitive edge, but that wording of that sentence was just very odd. Also, I guess trucks will kind of affect the feel of your board. Like, if you have bad trucks, obviously you're definitely going to notice. But he's acting like this is the one thing that is blocking all of these kids that just suck at skateboarding from being able to be like Shaun White and Tony Hawk and Ryan Sheckler, you know? Like, obviously there is just a disparity in skill, and it has nothing to do with any sort of equipment. No amount of technology in your trucks is going to get you to be able to just like tray flip a 20 stair all of a sudden. It's like every sport, it takes time, and this guy's product is just mind-numbingly dumb.
Why would I buy that, not that?
The key thing that a skateboarder has to do is a move called an ollie, which allows the skateboard to defy logic.
And I don't know where he's ever going with these answers. It almost seems like he is just trying to get through his pitch, and even though they're asking him questions, he's accepting them and being like, okay, that was a question. Moving on. So the thing that skateboarders want to do is an ollie. Like, dude, answer her question. What are you talking about? No one cares about your definition of an ollie. Tell us what your product is, please.
It allows an increase of around about 5% in height.
How?
David, what's the improvement?
Wait, no one's gonna make him answer that question? He just claims that this gives you a, quote, 5% increase in height, which 5% of my ollie would be like half an inch, bro. Like, what are you talking about? That is not much of a gain. I don't care about how much of a competitive edge these trucks are gonna give me. Your product is stupid. And then he just stares at her blankly and is like, I don't want to answer that. And then they just move on, I guess. No one cares to know what the actual product is.
I have a patent, yeah.
Right, so excellent. So you can tell us how it works then.
No.
And then he's like taken aback and offended by this guy asking him what this technology is, what he's about to possibly invest $160,000 of his own dollars into. Like, that attitude there was just so annoying. How are you going to have any respect from these people and want them to work with you if you answer their simple questions with a, no? Like, come on, dude.
With this type of product, if I was to tell you too much about it, then everybody and his dog would be producing this.
I'm sorry, but
Dude, they already are. There are literally hundreds of truck companies out there probably, or that have existed in the past. This is not a new idea. I don't care if you hollowed out the metal and used some carbon fiber inside to stabilize it. Like, it's not going to be changing the world of skateboarding. And you're making all these investors mad by not telling them your product when they're kindly asking you to just explain yourself. Now he's going to be like, okay, so a kickflip is like, dude, stop talking about skate tricks. Just explain your product.
Well, what it is not as important in my mind as what it does for skateboarders.
no, it's important.
And at least now they are not taking his BS answers as fact anymore. They're like really challenging this guy. Like, come on. No, we're not wasting our time any further. You are looking like a total moron right now to everyone watching this. Please just explain your product so we are not dumbfounded at how simple this is. You are making skateboard trucks. That's it.
It's control. It's how you control that board in the air with your feet. You can't touch it with your hands. You can only control it with your feet. And it's a very, very fine science.
What? Does this fool think that skateboarding follows the same rules as soccer? Like, you can use your hands, bro. Ever heard of a boneless plant? Or like, I don't know, a melon grab? There are so many things that involve your hands, but either way, it's just more and more clear this guy is out of touch with skate culture and is just simply an old man trying to make a buck off of a dumb idea the more he talks. I mean, he knows nothing about skating. All of his knowledge probably existed back in the 80s when he was riding these giant bowls with this plank of wood with literally 30-pound trucks. I will admit the technology has improved since then, but your new, quote, technology does not exist and is just dumb. Yo, real quick, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe and hit that bell to join the notification squad. I appreciate all you guys that have been subscribing since my numbers have definitely been going up, and we are so close to 500K, so if we can make that happen soon, that would just be the most hype thing ever. Anyways, back into the video.
This one's under $100. This one's almost $500. But many skaters will pay that sort of money to get a slight edge.
Again with the freaking edge, dude. Shut up. Also, these numbers are so inflated. I really would challenge you to go out there and try and build a complete skateboard for over $500. Like, unless you're getting artisanal wood and just the most insane, like, bone Swiss bearings that cost like 70 bucks. It's just not possible. Nobody is buying a single component for their skateboard for over $100. That just doesn't happen. Like, a complete board is maybe $150 with a really good setup. You are not ever going to spend $500 on trucks, and this man is a maniac and is just feeding them lies at this point, which further proves to me that he is simply a scam artist.
$160,000 for 20% for the production and marketing side of the business.
Yeah, it doesn't include the IP.
So now he drops a big bombshell on them. For those who don't know, IP means intellectual property. So basically what he's saying is, I want your money to help me build a plant to start making these, and I guess I'll give you some money for that. But when it comes to selling the actual product and the money that I make off of my idea, you guys aren't going to make any money. So I don't know why he's expecting them to give him $160,000 for that crap, but he really is still running with this and is making himself look worse the longer he's on here.
Oh,
Oh, I'm out.
So wait a sec, you won't actually tell us how it works.
And we don't get
And
the IP.
we're not actually
Oh,
investing in
the
it.
I am
process
so
there of-
out, so out,
Yeah.
so out.
They're all simply laughing at him at this point. Like, dude, you're not telling us what the product is. You refuse to tell us once we do sign this paperwork to work with you and give you $160,000. I don't know what this guy wants. He's thinking like he's about to change the world. But even if this did start up and it is an insane price point, which it probably would be, no one would buy it anyways.
David, I don't think I've ever been more confused by a presentation. I'm out.
pretty much everyone disagrees with his thoughts that this is going to change the world of skateboarding, and absolutely nobody invests. It really wasn't a shocker to me, but I had to share this with you guys because this was one of the most insane pitches. This guy clearly did not plan any of these answers, and he knows nothing about skateboarding and has the absolute dumbest product that I have ever heard of, but it was good entertainment nonetheless. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.